What's up, everybody? Alex here from the Football Guys, here to talk about 3 players that you should be avoiding at ADP this year. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. And don't forget that this is another one of our YouTube short series where we break down a certain take that we have that we feel really strongly about any player. But with that being said, let's get into 3 players that we need to avoid at ADP today. The first player that I am avoiding at ADP today is DAndre Adams. DAndre Adams is no longer going to have that otherworldly connection with Aaron Rodgers. And I say otherworldly because I think in our lifetime in the last 20 years rather, that I don't think we've ever seen a QB quarterback connection quite like DAndre Adams and Aaron Rodgers. And I know like Derek Carr and Adams played together, but that was in 2013. That was 9 years ago now that they last played together, even if they have that connection. But the biggest thing that I'm a little bit down on with DAndre Adams this year is just the fact that his target competition is so much more significant. Because the last 3 years in Green Bay, no other player besides DAndre Adams had more than 70 targets. 70. That's not that much. And now he's going into an offense with Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow, who combined for over 220 targets last year, with Darren Waller missing 6 games. That's a lot more targets he has to compete with. His volume is destined to go down. And does this mean that DAndre Adams is a bad player? Absolutely not. DAndre Adams is still going, he's still one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, but at pick 11 and wide receiver 5 ADP right now, I just think I'm more willing to fade Adams because he has so much extra target competition. He's on a new offense, on a new team. We don't know what he's going to look like, and he just has some more questions for me than some of these other players going in that same range, like your Chases and your Diggs, players like that of the world. The next player that I'm avoiding at ADP is Nick Chubb. And it's not because Nick Chubb is a bad player, but it's because I'm trying to win my fantasy leagues. I'm not playing for second place. I'm playing to beat all my friends or whoever I'm playing in the league in. And Nick Chubb is not a guy that's going to win you your league very often. I'm sure someone watching this video has had a league where you won with Nick Chubb, and that's great. But Nick Chubb has never finished higher than running back 8 in PPR leagues, and he's never finished higher than running back 8. He's also playing with the top backup running back in the entire NFL in Kareem Hunt, who's been top 20 in fantasy points per game the last 3 years in Cleveland. And Jacoby Brissett seems like he will be the QB for the Browns for most, if not all, of 2022 on a team that already averaged only 20 points per game as a whole last year. So Nick Chubb is playing with the top backup. He's never finished higher than running back 8. And now Jacoby Brissett might be the quarterback for the whole year on an offense that already wasn't scoring much to begin with. I think if Deshaun Watson was playing the full season, this might be a different story, but Nick Chubb clearly has a capped ceiling, and he might be great if you just want, a guy that's going to get you 10 to 12 points every week or a little bit more. But in terms of guys that have a real ceiling to help you win your leagues, I don't think that Nick Chubb is that guy, unfortunately. The last guy that I'm avoiding at ADP is another running back, and it's James Conner. I know that you might say, okay, well, James Conner's right now going at running back 14 or 15, he might be a value, and that's fair, but I think there's some things that are getting a little bit overlooked with James Conner. For one, 47% of his fantasy points last year came off touchdowns. That is a lot of points coming off touchdowns. 18 touchdowns, that is probably bound to come down. He also had the highest yards per rush attempt of any running back to finish inside the top 24 last year. I know we got a lot of goal line work and whatnot, but he literally, out of 24 running backs, he was last in yards per carry. And, they have Benjamin and Darrell Williams, who are solid backups. I don't think they're going to take away that much work from Conner, but the biggest thing is that Conner's turning 27. And since 2015, only 10% of running backs to finish top 12 in back-to-back seasons were 27 or older. It is very rare that these 27-year-old running backs finish top 12 in back-to-back seasons. Conner has never had a top 12 finish in back-to-back seasons. He's missed, at least 3 games or more in 3 out of his 4 seasons as a starter. He has not been very durable. Last season was the first season we've seen him be durable as a starter, and he still missed 2 games. So where Conner's going at his price isn't terrible, but I'm avoiding him because of how high. If he can't keep up that touchdown volume, that could obviously hurt him this year. And the fact that we have not seen many running backs 27 years old or older that are finishing in the top 24 in back-to-back years. So those are 3 players that I'm avoiding at ADP. This is another one of our YouTube short series. We have videos like this coming out each and every single day at Football Guys, so make sure to check them out or check out our other podcasts like The Audible. And I think that there is so much great content that you need to be subscribing to. But all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this list, and I hope you keep enjoying Football Guys content each and every single day. And also, keep winning all your fantasy football.